Okay, so we're on problem 12 here. Solve each inequality and write your answer using set builder notation or interval notation. Part A, negative 3 times 4x minus 4 greater than or equal to 4 minus x minus 1. I want to distribute the negative first, so it's minus x plus 1. Also distribute the negative 3 there, negative 12x plus 12. If I add 1 and then subtract 12, negative 7 is on the right. Divide by negative 11. Negative 7 over negative 11, I got to flip the sign. So anything less than or equal to negative 7/11 is okay. Set of all x such that x is less than or equal to 7/11. X plus 5 divided by negative 10 greater than 2x plus 3. If I multiply both sides by negative 10, negative 2x times 10 is negative 20x minus 30. Then let's add 20 and subtract 5 from both sides. 21x less than negative 35. X less than negative 5/3. Set of all x such that x less than negative 5/3. Okay. Part C, negative 1 less than 1/4 x plus 3 less than 4, or less than 2. If I split this, negative 1 less than 1/4 x plus 3 and 1/4 x plus 3 less than 2. Well, if I subtract 3 from both sides, negative 4 less than 1/4 x and 1/4 x less than negative 1. Multiply by 4 on both sides. 4 is a positive number, so I'm not flipping any sign there. X is greater than negative 16 and less than negative 4. So I'll write that back as a three-part inequality. Set of all x such that negative 16 less than x less than negative 4. Part D, negative 2 less than or equal to 1 minus 2x less than 3. Well, if I subtract 1 throughout the three parts, negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. I got negative 2x in the middle. 3 minus 1 is 2. Divide by negative 2. And the fact that I'm dividing by a negative means I got to flip the sign there. Negative 3 over negative 2 greater than or equal to x greater than negative 1. So let me write that more how we're used to seeing it with the smaller number on the left. Set of all x such that negative 1 less than x less than or equal to 3x or 3 halves. 3 halves. Okay, problem 13, consider the function f of x equals x minus 3 if x is between negative 4 and 3, including those numbers, and then x plus 1 if x is between 3 and 5. Okay, evaluate f of negative 3, f of 4, and f of 5. All right, f of negative 3, negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. I'm using piece 1. F of 4, I'm using piece 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. F of 5 is undefined, so I'm not including 5. Part B, which graph represents f of x? Well, let's see here. So we got y equals x minus 3. A and B are gone, since here's negative 3, and the piece needs to be slanted the other way. If x is equal to negative 4 and equal to 3. Okay, so it looks like part D is the answer. Part C, state the domain of f. Write your answer using set builder notation or interval notation. Set of all x such that x is, let's see, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to negative 4 and less than 5. I see that from, from these two pieces here. I'm including anything that's from negative 4 to 3, including those two numbers, and then anything that's from 3 to 5. So really that's all numbers that are between negative 4 and 5, including negative 4. Okay. Problem 14. Consider the function f of x, which is 2x plus 1 if x is less than 0 and negative 2/3 x minus 2 if x is greater than 0. F of negative 1, 2 times negative 1 plus 1 gives me negative 1, and f of 1 is negative 2/3 times 1 minus 2 is negative 8/3. Okay, part B, graph f of x. So I got y equals 2x plus 1 if x is less than 0. That's got a y-intercept at 1 and a slope of 2. So I need to go up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 to the right 2, or down 1 to the left 2, down 1 to the left 2. And I can draw that first piece there. Now I don't want the whole piece. I only want the part that's got x less than 0. So x is less than 0 means that I've got an open circle there at 0, 1. Okay, and I'm including the part to the left. Piece 2, negative 2/3 x minus 2 if x is greater than or equal to 0. Well, I am at 0, negative 2, and I go to the left 3 and down 2, and or I can go up 3 into the right 2, or up 3 into the up 2 into the right to the left 3, so I got this line on the graph. Y is equal to negative 2/3 x minus 2. I only want to keep the part for when x is greater than or equal to 0. So here I'm at 0. Anything that's greater than 0, I need to keep greater than or equal to. So the fact that I'm including 0 means that I want to include that 0, negative 2 on the graph. Anything that's less than 0, negative 2 needs to be erased. Okay, so here'd be my answer then. Part C, state the domain in the range of f. Rate the answers using set Boolean notation or interval notation. Okay, so x is less than 0, x is greater than or equal to 0. That's all real numbers representing the domain. The range, I can see right here, anything that's less than 1 is going to put me on the graph. When I look at the y-axis, anything to the left or the right, anything that's less than 1, it puts me on the graph. Okay. Problem 15. Consider the function f of x equals negative 1/2 x plus 2 if x is between negative 6 and negative 2, including those numbers. Negative 2x plus 1 if x is between negative 2 and 1, including 1, and 1/3 x plus 5/3 if x is between 1 and 4, including 4. Okay, f of 1, well here I am including 1 on piece 2. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. And f of 4, okay, 4/3 times plus 5/3 gives me 9/3, or 3 is the answer. Pay attention to this. So the fact that I'm plugging in a number into only one piece is essential for the evaluation part. A mistake that I see more than I should really is where a student plugs in a number into each and every piece into the piecewise function. Don't do that. It's only going to go into one piece depending on the condition for x. Okay, graph the function f of x. So if I graph y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2, if x is between negative 6 and negative 2, including negative 6 and negative 2, then here I am at 2. Okay, I need to go up 1 and to the right, to the left 2. Or down 1 to the right 2. So this line is going to cross through the y-axis to the x-axis at negative 4 is 0, and through the x-axis to the y-axis at 0, 2. I only want the part of the line for when x is greater than negative 6, greater than or equal to negative 6, and less than or equal to negative 2. So here I'm at 6, and at negative 2, and I'm only going to keep that part. I want closed circles there on both ends, since I'm including my two endpoints there. Piece 2, negative 2x plus 1. Okay, the plus 1 means I'm going to cross the y-axis at 0, 1. And I go up 2 and to the left 1. Up 2 into the left 1, or down 2 into the right 1. Okay, so I got this piece going from negative 2 to 1. I'm including 1. And, okay, so anything that's less than negative 2, I need to erase. Anything that's bigger than 1, I also don't need to erase. Well, that's going to include the part only between negative 2 and 1, including 1. Not including negative 2, though. Okay, and piece 3, y is equal to 1/3 x plus 5/3. Well, the 5/3 is less than 2, and that's where I'm going to start. And I go up 1 into the right 3. That'll put me right there. Okay, now I'm only between 1 and 4. So when x is 1, 1/3 plus 5/3 is 2. I'm not including 1, so I want an open circle there. I'm including 4, so when x is 4, 4/3 plus 5/3 is 3. Okay, well that's 3. I need to draw a line between 1 and 4, and I want the left side of the line including an open circle on it, and the right side including a closed circle on it. Okay, state the domain of f and the range of f. Write your answers using set builder notation or interval notation. Let's see here. So the domain is anything greater than or equal to negative 6 and less than or equal to 4. Okay, I can very easily get that by the pieces, how they're defined. Here's x being between negative 6 and negative 2, including negative 6 and including negative 2. In between negative 2 and 1, including 1. And I'm in between 1 and 4, including 4. So ultimately, when I combine those three parts, x is any number between negative 6 and 4. Okay, and I can see that from the graph too, here's negative 6 to 4. The range of f, okay, if I look at the graph, anywhere that's from negative 1 to 5, I'm including 5, is going to put me on the graph. If I look to the left and to the right of those values, I'm going to be on the graph. Make sure that you're using y for the range, and you're including -1, including 5 there. Okay, so let's stop right there.